Hi guys, I'm in the laundry room here. Today I want to build a spot where I can hang up clothes after they're washed. So, like to dry and to not get wrinkled. So, I'm going to make a plaque across here and I want it to be about 4 foot long. I measured from the corner to about the end of the washer here and it's about 4 feet. So I'd like to get at least 3 hangers on that, and I'm gonna use dowel rods to, and I'm gonna have them on an angle to hold the clothes so that they stay and they won't fall off the wall. So I'm gonna have them on a slight angle, but this I spaced them out a little bit between each of these, and they measured to be a little over 4 feet. So that doesn't really matter because on this end here I can just have some clothes hanging off the end, or the hanger hanging off the end a little bit. It doesn't really matter. So I'd like it to keep it all the same style. So this is like a darker pine. It's like a pine board with like chamfered edges here, and I kind of want to make it that same style. Like all the walls have this trim, so I want to keep it matching. So I'm gonna go find some materials and get ready to build. Hello everybody. I found this nice pine board in a pack I used for a project recently. It's got this slit all the way down to here. It measures 54 inches to this slit. I'm going to chop saw the slit off, and then I'm going to be left with this nice board. I'm going to be using this as the plate to go against the wall. I got my table saw here, and I'm going to chamfer the edges to make it look like the pine trim on the inside of the house. I also found this dowel rod, which I will be using to hang these hangers off of. I'm cutting them to 8 inches long, and these are gonna go on here. I found these little scraps left over from building my ramp over there, and I measured them. They're the same angle and everything, and I put my board on here. I can line it up, and I can drill so that I will have the same angle for my dowel rods. I'm going to be drilling a 90-degree angle on here since this is already angled. So I will use this as my 90-degree once I mark out where my dowel rods are going to go. Okay guys, make sure you're wearing your safety glasses. I'm going to be cutting this dowel rod. I marked out every 8 inches. There's going to be 3 of them. Alright guys, so as I mentioned before, I want to use the maximum length of this board here, so I'm going to go right to the end and square it off and cut it. Alright guys, here's my cutoff. It actually did split in half, but I did a test run, and as you can see, this chamfer is half of the width of the board here. So, I think that looks great, and I think it'll match the inside trim really nicely. So I'm going to run my piece through here. I want to keep my hands away from here. Use this stick to push it at the end but I'm going to get it started here first. And I already picked out my side, so I want this to go against the wall, so I'm going to be chamfering these edges. I'm going to have my helper kind of support on the other end. Okay guys, here's my chamfer on one end. Now I gotta do the other side. Alright, here's the final product. We got 2 chamfers on either end, and that's the cool design. So that matches the trim on the inside of the house. So here is my plate that'll go against the wall. So now I had to go over here, and I have my little jigs, and I'm going to line it up at the edge so I can drill holes. So my hanger, I lined it up, and this dot here centers the hanger, so I evenly spaced them out, and no hangers will hit each other when on the dowel rod. So I'm gonna get my drill bit 90 degrees. Alright guys, so I put this piece of wood under there so when I drive through like that, I wouldn't damage my deck. Okay guys, so now I can put my dowel rods in. So it's going to be quite hard. Like, see this? It's not going to be quite as easy to get them in. So I'm going to try to sand it and kind of make a point to start them in. Guys, this is from a co-pack, remember? So there's a few little divots and scratches and dents and stuff. So I'm going to make this nice and smooth by using the planer. So I got this at the correct depth so that it will slide right through. And alright guys, okay, we got a nice bright color. We got all the nice, all the big dents and scratches out, so it's pretty smooth now. And may just need a little bit more sanding, but that looks a lot better. Okay guys, my dad's gonna hold the belt sander here for me, and I'm gonna bevel both ends of my dowel rods. I got my beveled dowel rod here, and this is the top, so it's going to have a slight angle this way. I'm using Gorilla Wood glue here, and I'm going to get a little dab on it. And for strength, I'm going to have it stick through the thickness of the board, and it's going to kind of stick out like this. One edge is going to be flat, and one's going to stick out, and I'm just going to sand that off. So, find my angle, and give it a little love tap. I want to make sure that the glue's coming in through, which it is, if you can see that. And I'm just going to lightly tap it. Alright, so now that this is sticking out, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then I'll come back over, sand it off smooth. This is to give it more strength by having it go through the whole width of the board. I'm going to do the same for the other two. Got all three dowels in, and look at, since they're on an angle, close, and these hangers won't be falling off. So that worked out nice, and look at, they're evenly spaced, they're not hitting into each other. I can put multiple shirts and pants and hang them up. So I just have to do a little more sanding, but I gotta wait for this glue to dry. So, and see, there's just a little fiber sticking up, but other than that, it looks pretty nice. I just gotta come back on here one more time. I'm gonna stain it, but I just have to wait for this to dry. And while we're out here, I wanted to show you guys something. So, as you see, I don't have a lot of plants here. So I went to Home Depot the other day and they had 50% off plants. So I think I'm going to be planting some more, doing a little more landscaping work. And as you can see back there, we've been cutting up some firewood and there's some branches and stuff that we're going to chip into wood chips. So that'll be nice around the plants. But that may be a upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. Look at that, guys. Alright, I'm sanding these dolls down because I sanded the front down. And I'm sanding these off smooth. So they'll lay flush against the wall. That works great. I got a pretty coarse sandpaper in it. So, here is the finished product. I think I'm gonna put a stain on it, and you think it came with a house because it'll look just like it. It'll be the same color, same design, everything. So, I like the design of it, and now I just have to stain. Hey guys, it's time to stain. So, I got my sock here, and I found 2 cans of this golden oak stain that matches the inside trim of the house. Pretty good. So I'm gonna be using that. I'm gonna use a sock. I'm just gonna rub it on a sock puppet. But I'm just gonna get some. Ooh, this is a nice color. And it's going to richen the knots and the grain of the lumber. And then after this, I'm going to poly it. I had a poly and stain in one, but it wasn't the right color. So I wanted to get a golden oak because I love the stain. I like the color a lot. And it's like this kind of orangish, yellowish tint here. Really pretty. Love the color. I like the look of lumber, and I like the look of the grains and the knots. It's every piece is unique. So it's nighttime now. I went bowling while this was drying. Had some fun. I'm in a league in New Berlin, and I also go to a place called Midway Lanes, and I'm in a league there as well. And today I bowled from 1 to 5, and it's pretty fun. All you can bowl, and my average today was a 174, but the other day I averaged about a 203.8. I did 10 games, and I bowled 2,038 pins, and broke my high series record. I got a 677. I got a 244, a 210, and a 223. Yeah, I think that's right. And so that was a good day. That was pretty fun. And the one in Midway Lanes, right now we are in first place. I have a pretty good team. And we had about an 87% win rate. And we're pretty happy about that. So bowling is fun for me. I've been bowling ever since I was 5, so that's another hobby I guess I like to do. And yeah, I'm about done with this side here. This is gonna be a cool little thing that we can hang some clothes on. And as soon as we get them out of the dryer, we put them on hangers, and then we can put them away upstairs. Wish the dryer and washer were upstairs, and then we could just get them right out and put them right in the closet. But so here we go. This side is done. Looks really nice. And I'm gonna flip it. And I'll do this side. You guys might not be able to see it, but I'm just gonna get the edges here. So it looks nice all the way around. Just get these edges, because you'll see these. And I'm not going to worry about the back here, so I'm just going to be hanging it up against the wall. But I'm going to get these ends in the top and the bottom here, these chamfered edges. See, the nice thing about staining is that it's very pretty, but one bad thing, one con about it is that I've done it in the basement before, but it like stinks up the whole house, and it's kind of strong. So got that edge. Now I should be able to flip it here and get this edge. There we go. There we go. That looks really nice. Here, let me see if I can get you guys up here, show you a closer view of it. And look at that. That's got to be one of my favorite stain colors. It looks amazing. So now all I have to do is let this dry overnight, and then in the morning I should be able to install it and wrap up this video. Okay guys, I hung it up. What do you think? I think it looks great. I love the color of the stain, and that golden local looks beautiful. I really like it. So I used the stud finder. I attached it to the wall. And my dad just did a load of laundry. So these are the ones straight from the dryer. So this will be able to hang up all the shirts from the dryer, let them de-wrinkle, and then I can bring them upstairs. So this was a fun little project, and I really like the looks of it. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you like these videos and want to see more future ones.